What's going on, guys? Cosmic Collector here, and in today's video we'll be unboxing the combination battle Sasuke and Itachi statues. These are the connecting Sasuke and Itachi Uchiha combination battle statues. These are sold separately, but I wanted to try something new and review them together in one video since they are a connecting set. I recently reviewed the combination battle Sasuke and Naruto, but dedicated a video to each statue. So you'll have to let me know down in the comments which format you like better. The boxes and art are very similar, with the primary character being the focus on each box. These statues just released, and I had pre-ordered them from Entertainment Earth, but at the time of recording this video they are currently sold out. In my last couple videos I reviewed the Memorable Saga Special Itachi and Naruto, so check those videos out if you haven't already. Popping up on the screen now are some of the figures I have in hand and will be reviewing here on the channel. So if there's a certain review that you'd like to see first, just let me know down in the comments and I'll make that video next. And if you're not already, go and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of those videos. Here's a quick look at the bottom of the boxes. And here's a look at the tops. Now, let's go and jump into the unboxing. Alright, now that we have both statues unboxed, let's go and assemble them. We'll start with Sasuke, so let's start by attaching his legs to his torso. Now, let's go and attach him to the base. There are 4 slots on the base for his feet to peg into. The front pegs on his feet are larger than the back set, so there's only one way he can attach. Alright, we got both feet secure. All that's left is to attach his sword to his belt. And that should just slide into the back. Alright, now that Sasuke is fully assembled, let's go and move him to the side and assemble Itachi next. We'll start by attaching his legs to his body. Next, his arm will attach inside his sleeve, and the kunai should be facing upward. Lastly, we can attach him to the base. One foot peg will insert into the smoke effect, and the other into the base itself. Alright, and now we can go ahead and pair the two statues together. The bases don't connect together, but they should slide into place perfectly. Their hands should be crossed or interlocked, so let's go and do that now. Itachi's arm does have some side-to-side mobility, so you should be able to pull that forward and cross their arms. This is how it would look from one side. And here it is from the other. And now that we got everything fully assembled, let's go and take a closer look.
そのシャリンガン、お前はどこまで見えている？
イタチ、あんたの死に様だ。
Overall, this is another great entry in the combination battle line. These statues bring such an important and iconic battle to life, and I love the pose and design. The bases blend together well, and the clash between Itachi and Sasuke looks natural and connects perfectly. I won't get into any spoilers for this fight, but this is one of my favorite battles in the series, and I'm a huge Itachi and Sasuke fan, so I'm definitely the target audience for this release. Both statues have a similar stone-style base. There are different elevations to the bases to make them look more visually appealing, and the textures and cracks throughout are really well done. The stones have a green hue to them, which is seen accurate to where the battle took place. The dust effect pieces also came out great, and I like how they follow the movement of their feet. Sasuke leaves a dust trail to where his foot slides to the side, and Itachi's follows his jump. The dust clouds are really well sculpted and shaded, and they do a great job highlighting their movements. The bases don't connect as they're sold individually, but they line up well enough. There is a seam line in the center of the two bases, but the varying elevations helps make them look less noticeable. Let's go ahead and take a look at the two statues individually, and then we'll take a look at them paired together again. Starting off with Sasuke, I love the dynamic pose, and his poncho or cloak looks great. This is one of my favorite designs for Sasuke, and this might be the first statue portraying this look. He's wearing bandages around his forehead in place of his hidden leaf headband, and the cloak adds a ton of dynamism to his movements. I love the movement and design of his rope belt, and they did a great job sculpting his bow flying to one side. The wraps on Sasuke's hands also came out great, and we can see his ninja tool pouch and sword on his belt. Although they mostly get hidden by his cloak, they did include the Uchiha crest on his back and the wraps around his abdomen, really showcasing their attention to detail. As I mentioned, I love the flow of his cloak, and they did a great job sculpting the large collar and the ripples and folds throughout. They nailed Sasuke's face and head sculpt and perfectly captured his likeness. We can see the movement carries over to his hair as it's blowing to one side, and the wraps around his forehead help break up the layers of his hair. The decals used for his eyes and Sharingan are perfect, and they nailed Sasuke's expression. Let's go ahead and take a look at Itachi next. They did an equally great job bringing him to life, and I love the dynamic pose as he's lunging forward with the kunai. The Akatsuki cloak looks incredible, and I love the movement and design. The sleeves, collar, and body of the cloak are all billowing backwards, and we can see the ripples and creases throughout. The Akatsuki clouds are perfect, and they nailed the color and design. We can see the ring on Itachi's right hand, and they even included the kanji at the center. Both the kunai and Itachi's necklace look very simplified, but they still came out great. Lastly, they nailed Itachi's face and head sculpt. His hair is flowing backwards, and they did a great job capturing the volume and design. Itachi's headband also came out great, and I like the metallic finish there. Itachi's eye decals and Sharingan are also perfect, and look just as great as Sasuke's. Itachi's mouth and maybe his nose does look a little off. It doesn't look bad by any means, but it doesn't look as good as Sasuke's. Overall, this is a great pair of Naruto statues, and they look perfect together. The only downside from a display perspective is that only one character can face forward at a time, so one character is always going to be facing backwards. It's to be expected off the promo images, but it kind of sucks that you have to choose which one's going to be facing outward. You can display them side by side if you wanted them to parallel each other, which actually looks pretty cool, but it's obviously not the intended design. But either option would work depending on how you wanted to display them. I think Sasuke's sculpt and design came out better, but Itachi's makes more sense as a standalone design. So whether you decide to pick up both or just get one or the other, you won't be disappointed. I love how they both came out, and I'm really glad to add them to my collection. Alright, and now for the sizes of the statues. The highest point for Sasuke is going to be his hand, and that stands at 6 inches, or around 15 centimeters. The highest point for Itachi will be the top of his head, and that stands at 6¼ inches, or around 15½ centimeters. For size comparison, here they are next to a Funko Pop, and here they are next to a Funko Out of Box. Here they are next to the Memorable Saga Special Itachi, as well as the Figure Coliseum Itachi. Here they are next to the second Memorable Saga Sasuke. And here they are next to the Figure Coliseum Sasuke. And lastly, here they are next to the Vibration Stars, Taka Sasuke. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and let me know down in the comments if you prefer individual reviews, or 2-in-1 reviews for pairing statues like this. And since you made it this far into the video, go and check out one of the two popping up on the screen now. The one on the left is a video that YouTube's recommending just for you, and the one on the right is a video that I recommended. And until next time, God bless.